Hey, broadcasting live from Lottie Dottie. That's my nickname for Fort Lauderdale. I call Fort Lauderdale Lottie Dottie. So, Joe Boonga, what up, boy? All my high school classmates. Burwell Funeral Home, what up, Anita? Burwell Funeral Home. You stab them, we grab them. You kill them, we chill them. That's right. Listen, I want to have a conversation. This is about to be a live. I haven't went live in a long time. I kind of been going through a process and just trying to process. I had to take a step back in order to process, a lot of stuff that I was going through and what I was dealing with. And sometimes I have to sit back and see what kind of glory I can find to give God out of my situation. And I want hey y'all, look, that man on this boat over there, that man, he prejudiced as hell. They don't speak to me at all, and that's fine. I don't speak to them either, but I like it, because when they don't speak to you, that means you ain't got to be bothered with it. That means I can go sit out there on the back of my boat, and they ain't got to worry about having to entertain them. Boy, I love when people don't speak to you, that means you ain't got to be bothered with them. I have peace, because I do got some neighbors. Sometimes you'll get somebody, they boat next to your boat or whatever. You have to stay on your boat because you don't feel like talking, because they'll talk you to death. And every time you come out, you got to entertain and talk. I love it like that. Don't say nothing to me. I don't say nothing to you. I don't know if they prejudiced or they crazy. They probably not even prejudiced, because they don't talk to the boat next to them. They don't talk to nobody. And I love a quiet ass, stay in your little own space neighbor. Every time they see me on my boat, they close their blinds. I freaking love it. See, I don't get offended, because I enjoy the peace. I get the peace out of it. But boy, because one thing I hate is a chatterbox. Chatterbox. You ever have somebody that talks so much it just drives you crazy? You be about to blink. You just start like, oh, you just think about like, oh, my grandmama just fell down the steps. Let me call you, but Jesus, a chatterbox. Lord Jesus, I just pray for 2019. God, just get chatterboxes out of my life. Anyway, but I just saw him walk out on the boat. He'll look me dead in the eye. He don't speak to me. I just wave at him and keep it moving. I like it like that, and I hope he be here all year round, because I love a quiet neighbor that ain't got nothing to say to your ass. That means you ain't got to be bothered with him. But anyway, I didn't come over here to talk about that. I just saw him walk out on the side of his boat or whatever. I know they think I'm just a person that clean the boat. Having these folks out here, they don't think I got a boat. They think I just clean the boat. They're like, how much you charge to clean the boat? They don't know that I got a boat too. So it's all good. But I want to bless somebody today. And after I just got through cussing, now I'm finna bless somebody. Ain't that something? Whatever. That's why I'm not a preacher. I want to talk to everybody. I know everybody going through something, man, and everybody dealing with something. I want to talk to everybody this morning about leadership and taking a leadership role and trying to be an alpha male, whether it's an alpha male in your family or alpha male at your job, taking a leadership role, and eyes are watching you. I don't want to elaborate and go on and on and on about my granddad's death, but I have a mentor that lives in Detroit. He's a minister, Dr. Anthony Darrington, and he's a member of, he's an ex-Marine, member of Kappa Alpha Psi, from Selma, Alabama. Not even my biological uncle, but I look just like him, because everywhere he go, people say you look like Rickey Smiley, whatever. And I just been watching him, and I'll never forget that when his mother passed away, I drove down to Selma, Alabama, and I went to the funeral, and I saw this man standing at the door greeting people, and I just didn't understand that. I'd never seen anything like that. And I tore a page out of his playbook, and I applied that to when my grandfather passed away. Instead of going to the house and riding in a awkward, uncomfortable, freezing cold limousine ride to the church, I decided to get in the car and just go there an hour early. So I got there when they got there with my granddad's body. And I apologize, excuse me. What I wanted to do was I wanted to get there early to greet people, to make everybody else feel comfortable. I didn't want to be escorted in and escorted to an open casket. I wanted to get there early to greet people and make sure that everybody was comfortable and everybody that came out to support me, and thank them for coming. That was a page that I took out of Dr. Anthony Darrington's book. And I saw him do that at his mother's funeral. And what it did was it killed the sadness. It killed the sadness. It lightened the mood. It made everybody in the church comfortable, because I know a lot of people was there. They was concerned about me and my family or whatever. And then when they saw me get there an hour early, people was actually shocked. They say, wow, man, you really here an hour early before your granddad's funeral with the body laying right up there. And I worked my way up from the back, and I spoke to everybody all the way up to the front, went and viewed the body, and went on the other side of the church and spoke to everybody, and went, all the way to the back, and just tried to do something different and unique and outside of the box. And that brings me to my message. And here's the message. And I want y'all to, I had to put my phone on the charger. Here's the message right here. Here's the message and the joy that I got that we gonna get out of this, and we gonna give God the glory out of this. Sometimes God, everything that you go through is a test. Sometimes God puts you in a situation. It could be a sad situation. It could be an awkward situation, just to see how you gonna handle it. Are you ready for a leadership role? You understand? You can't make everything about you. Even in your moment of bereavement, if you're strong enough and if you got it in you to stand up there and be a man, and make sure that your family and your cousins, that's women in the family, and make sure that everybody is straight and everybody is taken care of and everybody's comfortable, and make sure everybody's straight or whatever. God look at stuff like that and say, hey man, I'm watching you. I'm looking at you. I'm watching how you handle stuff. I'm watching you how you handle this situation in your darkest hour. My granddad was like, not only my granddad, he was my dad. He was my best friend. I loved him. And I didn't know how I was going to be able to handle it. And sometimes you have to step outside of the box, man, and think about other people and how they feel and try to be there for them. And God will just give you a sense of peace and give you everything you need. A lot of people don't know this. When Granddad died, I was being introduced to go on stage in New Orleans. I came off stage and I got a phone call. My uncle called me on FaceTime. He said, hey, I just want you to know that at 8:55 he passed. That's the same time that Martin Lawrence introduced me to go on stage. And so I had to deal with that coming back home. And then after my grandfather's service, I had to go to the repast after the funeral. Then I had to get in and drive to Jackson, Mississippi, and I had to perform that night, because I can't cancel a show because people came out because they wanted to see me perform. Their granddaddy died too. Their grandmama died. Their mama died. Their daddy died. Their child was killed. Their child was murdered. They got cancer. I'm on stage and I'm looking in the audience, and women bald and got a mask on or whatever, and they dealing with cancer and leukemia. See, it ain't about you. And sometimes, man, and especially everybody that's Greek, if you're a member of Omega Psi Phi Kappa Alpha Psi Phi Beta Sigma, aka Delta Sigma Theta, see, you paid all this money to become a member of these organizations, right? You wouldn't be a member of these organizations if Omega Psi Phi or whatever organization you're a part of didn't get their money. So now you have to use the frat in order to get through certain situations. And that's when them poems came in my head. I walked up there and closed my granddaddy's casket, and I promise you, man, the first thing came to my head was Invictus. And the whole while we was closing that lid, man, I had to stand up there and be a man, and I was grunting. I was like, hey, man, suck it up, suck it up, suck it up. And I can hear Invictus and If and See It Through. All of the poems that you had to learn, during your process, a Pleasure and Omega Psi Phi. Them poems come in handy. And I'm telling you, man, you have to keep pushing. I'm finna bring this thing around. I'm finna bring it around. I know where I'm trying to go with the conversation. Sometimes I get emotional because I don't talk about it, and I haven't really shared. God watch you. He watch how you handle the situation. He gonna watch how you treat your family. I'm just using this as an example. God is watching how you treat your employees, how comfortable you make everybody at work, how you treat your kids and your family members and other people that's suffering, and your thoughtfulness. God is watching you. Everything you doing is a test. It's a test. Because I want to tell y'all this, man. God will give you double for your trouble. If you suck it up, everything you're going through with sickness, if your mama's sick, if your daddy's sick, if you sick, if you get up and don't make it about you and make everybody else feel comfortable and think about other people and not yourself, man, God will give you double for your trouble. Now, I sat there after my granddad died. I had a 30-year-old married niece with 2 kids. She died a week later. Then, this coming Saturday, I got a 35-year-old nephew that passed away. He was sick. And we got to bury him Saturday. And you have to calm down and take on the leadership role and do everything to make sure that every mother, and being an alpha male in the family or whatever, and be that man, even if you didn't have an alpha male, if it wasn't no man that showed no leadership role in your family, you have a wonderful opportunity to show leadership and to take on a leadership role in the family by making everybody else comfortable and making sure everybody, it ain't about money, it ain't about finances, but just being there and taking on a leadership role and having a spine to stand there and take them punches in the chest, because losing a loved one is like somebody punching you in your heart, punching you. But can you stand there and take it and not blink? God will give you double for your trouble. After all of that, I still had an obligation to be on the radio every day. I didn't miss one day of work when my granddaddy passed, because somebody listened to the Rickey Smiley morning show is going through something and needed to hear my voice and needed encouragement and needed the praise break, needed Gary's tea, needed a laugh, needed a joke to get through their day. Wasn't nothing else to do. Can't sit at home and just cry all day thinking about that and reflecting. Man, you got to keep pushing and you got to move on and keep pushing forward. After all of that, after 3 deaths in 5 weeks, God turned around and said, servant, job well done. You did everything you were supposed to do. You blessed your family. And now, that's right, bruh. My head is bloody, but unbowed. That's right, bruh. Invictus. But I'm telling you right now, God, making sure that I don't lose. Yeah, God turned around and told me and showed me something this week. He said, you did everything you were supposed to do. You made sure everybody was straight. You made sure that everybody that need to be buried, that didn't have what they need, that they got what they need. That's why God bless you, because if you got it, you got to just suck it up and help people. My folks couldn't help it that they died. My niece and my nephew, they died. They don't give everybody insurance and thousands of dollars insurance when they're terminally ill. So sometimes, man, that's why God will let me go out and do these little shows, and I can put money to the side and make sure that people in the family have what they need during time of bereavement. That's just my own little personal thing. I don't know what nobody else financial situation is, but even if you could just be there with a kind word, a prayer, good advice, get involved in the process and making sure that the family is straight, God will bless you. He's watching you. God told me yesterday, I got a phone call yesterday, say, hey man, we want you to host the gospel, the Super Bowl gospel show for BET. Then they said they want you to come to New York and do Wendy Williams show on Tuesday. Then they said they want you to be on Friday. We want you to be on Good Morning America with Michael Strahan. Then you're going to get to be on First Take, whatever day of the week, next week it is, with Stephen A. Smith. All of this stuff in 1 week. I didn't ask for none of this stuff. I wouldn't. I'm just thankful for the opportunity. If anybody ever give me an opportunity to do anything, I'm just grateful and I just appreciate working. But I just want you to know, man, everything that you're going through, everything ain't a bad. Because if it was cloudy, if it was sunny every day, you wouldn't appreciate the sunshine. Sometimes some clouds and some rain, man, will make you just appreciate the sunshine. And I want you to take this message and share this message with anybody that's heartbroken, grief-stricken, going through a bad relationships. Sometimes God gets certain things out of your life just in order for you to grow. See, that's why a plant that's in a flower pot, it only gets so big. But them trees that's outside, they have to endure wind, rain, winter, fall, summer, or whatever. And that's why they so tall, man, because their roots is so deep and they go through so much. And then when you look at the trees out there, all of these palm trees out here by the beach, when the wind blowing, it ain't perfect some days. Some days the wind be blowing and they blow the coconuts off the tree and them trees leaning back and going through all of this stuff. But plants only get so big because they're in their comfort zone and they're in a pot. That's a whole nother message. Whole nother message. But I just want y'all to know, to be encouraged and know that God will, and God will give you double for your trouble. No matter how bad it is, put a smile on your face, have a good attitude, because your attitude determines your altitude, and be there for other people. Don't let, without being used or mistreated. You don't have to let people use you or mistreat you, but just be there and love and care and keep God first. And I'm telling you, man, He gonna take your life to the next level, because everything, all of this stuff is only a test just to see how you gonna handle it. And if you handle that with grace and dignity and have a spine in your back and stand up straight and look death right in the eye and look hate right in the eye and put a smile on your face and do God's will, God got a whole nother level for you. I don't know who this message is going to touch, but God bless you. And I hope you take this message and share it. And the man just came back out on his boat or whatever. He don't even look over here. He probably went in there and closed his blind. I don't even think he like himself. All right, y'all. Broadcasting live from Fort Lauderdale. I'm just down here, just taking me a few days because I didn't get vacation. So I'm just chilling today, man. Y'all have a blessed day, and God bless you, and God bless your life. All right, peace.